that lets them down on that one.
Well, as of earlier today, Louisville went from the last 4 teams into the last 4 byes, so that's good for them. But that's the action around the rest of college basketball, and a 9 seed with a loss. And for NC State, if they win, they're 5 or 6, pending the action. Like they just didn't play like as much of a team as they're capable of. Markel Johnson was looking for a nifty assist and said he gets a nice basket for 2.
Which they've gotten away from over the last 5 games where they've been playing so well.
Adele with a step through. Pure power to go right through Freeman for the first 2 for Louisville. Locked up the regular season title in Pittsburgh. They've been at the opposite end of things.
And you see a beautiful feed from Adele to Mahmoud.
In for Ray Spalding for the Cardinals. Sutton on the drive from the corner, drops it off. It's an easy finish for Mahmoud.
They have size to go along with that talent to where their big guys can actually step out on the perimeter and defend.
Sutton gets the tip. He's ahead of the pack and finishes with 2 hands. Your 7's been posting up inside. They're switching on those screens, and Johnson is turned away. Now, per Joe Lenardi's projections, as a number 11 seed, which is up from earlier today, where they were one of the last 4 teams in.
This game defensively for the Cards.
Corey, that Virginia game was not unfamiliar, certainly in the way that it happened, because it was painful and it was unusual.
Still have a strong resume to be able to match up with pretty much anyone around the country.
Snyder from 3, and that is almost automatic when he's there.
Struggled shooting the basketball earlier in the year, but they've picked it up recently in ACC play, which has allowed them to have success. But when you got a 7-footer,
you love math?
Well, no, not that. I'm a fan of math, but especially when the math equals 50% shooting. But the 20s made threes, he should have many more made threes if he's shooting 50%. Definitely got to get more looks. We believe that is the case. It's just different terminology than what we've seen before.
Hey, how about that throwdown at the rim? Nice toss over the shoulder from McMahon to Spalding.
And find a way just to throw it up in an area where only your guy can get it. And with Spalding, Mahmoud, you know, even with Williams coming off the bench.
Hip bone to rib. That's what happens when you run into a 7-footer.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself when you go and mess around with those 7-footers. Those are guys that normally their elbows are at your eye level.
7 points now for Adele, who's hit from just inside that elbow already twice in the first half. Deep 3, good for Beverly.
The contact with the body control to be able to find the right spot on the glass, and then Braxton Beverly, you from beyond the 3-point arc, and Braxton Beverly definitely one of the main culprits for that.
A little bit of extra hang time, acrobatics from Adele.
Which is where they're normally successful.
And you're seeing Dwayne Sutton on the floor here with significant minutes in the first half. Hunt for the baseline basket.
Dangerous for Duke when you've got so many guys that want to score and they don't have as many possessions. Now you've got a lot of guys not getting the shots they're used to. That could cause a problem as well.
6th turnover for Louisville. Johnson soars and sends it off the window, guarded by the 7-footer.
No surprise at all on that one, but all day is good offensively, especially shooting the basketball from beyond the arc. As Al Freeman finds his way to the rim.
What he did as a prep school coach at Hargrave Military Academy, where he was from 2003 to 2011, to what he's done this year, play in his first year at Wilmington, and had a chance to pick up 12 conference wins here this year. You're at 7 straight away. Nails the 3-pointer.
Come on.
But you had a student that did it today.
Which makes it even worse for Jay Will.
I want to see you do it.
No.
1 dribble, strong to the rim for VJ King. Not much does.
Smart play by Adele there, making sure he stayed connected to Sam Hunt.
Nobody's telling him no on senior night.
Oh, no, it's not going to happen. He did get a haircut, though.
In Brooklyn at the Barclays Center.
And, Mike, of course, one of the things that you know about me is when I get to an arena, I always like to walk around and talk to the locals here and, of course, find out where the food is. And media members, we talk about
many of the NC State fans.
Well, you know, I'm a man of the people, Mike. So and your 7 knocked down another 3 for one team, which happens to be the #1 team in the country, and a chance to beat them and get a strong resume builder. So, opportunity to win that game and get back to Virginia, which I'm sure they would love to have another opportunity to play against Virginia.
Dorn down the middle, gets it with the right hand. Well, give the assist to Johnson as Dorn is up to 7 points.
When you put up Chris Corchiani-like numbers like Markel Johnson is, everything is a pass, especially in the eyes of the scorekeepers. He's a difference maker for NC State this season. When he returned from the suspension, he put everyone in their rightful place he needed to be.
Freeman adeptly finishes with the left hand. Nice switch at the last second.
He's a double threat to drive the ball to the rim as well as knock down the three.
Back-to-back buckets for VJ King, up to 7 points for the sophomore.
More out of VJ King is an excellent scorer, averaging a little over 8 points per game in ACC play. He should be a guy that's averaging about 15 points per game. He's that good.
We already know we're in for a great game later tonight with Duke and North Carolina, but I'm starting to get the sense now who had the edge in that series.
It was actually tied.
You do. You've just been. You have been pulling.
Mike,
you've been pulling the wool over my eyes.
Always show up late. I'm watching College Game Day. This is the type of stuff that they put on. I rely on my guys, Seth and Jay Will and Jay
Day. You can count watching College Game Day as work, like Corey does.
I mean, is it not? I'm waiting for you to tell me it's not.
It's easy. It's not. The pinball's around, out to Freeman, who's got a 3-on-2. Across the lane for Dorn.
They've done so with everything except for handling the basketball.
Freeman doing that well. Found Hunt across the floor for a three.
Becomes the primary ball handler as he's able to make a beautiful feed before, and now finding another three-point shooter. Braxton Beverly lines it up, knocks it down. When you see the 7-footer in Mahmoud coming at you, you got to get that one off quick.
And a shot finally goes down, ending a 13-point unanswered streak.
Utilize it and to slow NC State down offensively, going to the zone on his defensive possession.
Well, it was Dorn who's able to quickly find a gap, make them reconsider. Snyder, quick trigger. A patient pack possession. Dorn got stuck, and it's Beverly from the wing for three. Nobody home. Perfect 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Handling the rock, mismatch against Mahmoud. It's off the fingertips and down the nylon. Nearly another turnover. It's one dribble and into the basket for Adele.
Good in this building on the offensive end of the floor.
Freeman had been calling for it all possession. Matched on Adele and stuffed.
He will go outside the offense and take shots that they don't need, especially when you consider time to score.
Perry from deep. A much-needed three-point shot to cut the lead to 2. 7 unanswered points from the Cardinals. Dorn 10 to shoot, working on Sutton. Left side, gets a pair. Snyder trying to do a lot of it himself. You're at 7, stuffs it right back down. Johnson right to the bucket, he's got 2. Nobody stepped in front. And Spalding goes over your 7.
Nice move by Spalding on the block there. Look at the confidence of your team. That's something that's always going to be important, especially at the end of the season.
Perry missed the 3. Spalding gets the easy 2. David Padgett calls timeout. Snyder shovels for Adele. Wiped away. (76-69). The Wolfpack confident going into the postseason. Louisville with work to do. Losers of 4 of 5.